right, and we are back. It is just shy of 8:15 p.m. on Sunday, September 18th, and it's official. Hunter is the worst gambler in America right now.
Dude, so bad.
So bad. Week 2 is just wrapping up. We have the Sunday night Bears Packers, 2 games tomorrow night, but we're gonna do a little recap of the Sunday slate for you guys. Douglas, rough day.
Yes, rough
Rough
day for
day.
sure. Yeah.
Why don't you just get a little frustration out right now and let the people know what happened to you today?
Dude, I just don't understand what's going on in the NFL. Like all the games are just so weird right now. And I know it's early in the year, so I get
Mm-hmm.
that it's you got to get all the whatever you want to call it, butterflies out of the way or all the bullshit, but dude, I'm not even close to hitting a
Now,
bet. I'm not even
um,
remotely
I
close.
have the betting records pulled up now.
Oh boy, here we go.
Through the midday and afternoon games, and Thursday night, I am 9-4, and Douglas is 3-7.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
That's not going to get it done there.
No, no.
Maybe the most important win for me today, though, Giants -1.5. So
Yep.
the
Hey,
best bet
if I could stay perfect on the best bets,
the best bet
it's
parlay is still
something.
there. Yeah, it's something to hold on to.
Yeah, and I'm gonna have to hold on to it until I squeeze it to death because that's all I got.
On the Dollar and a Dream, we had 4 winners again. Aaron Jones still has to go tonight, so I could possibly have 3, but we each had 2 again. I had Gibson and Tyreek Hill.
I had
You,
Kirk and Cup.
yep, Kirk and Cup. So, I feel like we're doing all right. I mean, I it I had a tough game at picking New England and Pittsburgh. I
Yep,
mean, there was only what? There was 2
two
touchdowns,
touchdowns. No,
and then
three.
3,
Yeah,
and then New Orleans, Tampa Bay, there was 1 touchdown, I think. I think Perryman caught the 1 touchdown out of that game, or maybe
and then
there was a
there was a
defensive thing.
defensive one,
So
but I don't really think we're gonna be picking that often. So
so those 2 were rough just watching them, and then Debo should have scored.
yeah,
And Javonte probably should. I mean, that game wasn't. I mean, I don't even know if I've watched 3 minutes of that game, just because it was on Red Zone and they never showed anything besides field goals. So,
yeah, I don't blame you. Doesn't sound like much to watch anyway. So
um, so with that, we'll head into shout out. I'm going to start off with Atlanta.
yep,
Which Atlanta, I had them +10.5 at the Rams. I told you I hated it, and I looked right for a minute because the Rams were just running right through them.
yep.
In the first half, the Falcons had no answer to what the Rams were doing. And then all of a sudden, you look up, there's a block punt, and they're covering. So shout out Atlanta. Shout out Arthur Smith. He always has that team ready to go, and they keep it close. They're probably not
They
going to win.
fight, dude.
They're not going to win many games, but they're going to keep games close. So they're a team to watch. If they're catching more than 4 points,
Yeah.
not a bad idea to bet them.
My first shout out and maybe my only one is going to be the Lions. Way to take care of business, Campbell and the
That's
kneecaps.
when you know it's
That's
bad.
how you know it's bad. The
When you're
only thing I
shouting out the
really hit on
Lions,
is the Lions,
you're
dude.
shouting out the Lions.
Go off, Campbell and the kneecaps, and Goff looked really good
Mm-hmm.
again. But Amon-Ra St. Brown,
Yeah,
dude, he's special. Like
he's ridiculous.
he's top 10, I would
Yeah.
say. He's getting there. He set a record today or tied a record, 8 straight games with 8 catches,
Mm-hmm.
and I believe that's Antonio Brown's record. So,
I mean, he's very good. I'm not going to take that away from him, but there's not a lot of receiving depth on that roster.
I know, yeah,
So he's
he's
kind of
getting
taking
force-fed.
advantage of
Yeah.
getting how many touches he gets. My second team, it is the Dolphins. What a second half for this
Dude,
Dolphins team.
that one destroyed me
35
internally.
points. 30 the second half score was 35-10. It was unbelievable how many points they were. They had 28 alone in the fourth quarter. I mean,
And
if Tua could play like most of the games like he played today in the second half, I don't know if this Dolphins team loses. They have too much firepower on offense.
dude, there's so much speed. I mean, even out of the backfield, Mostert and Edmonds, not slow.
Yeah.
Hill, Waddle, Gesicki 6'8", Cedric
Oh, that
Wilson.
catch he had,
Yeah,
would have hit the crossbar
yeah.
if he
I
didn't go up and
mean,
catch it. It was
yeah.
ridiculous. I don't know
And
who's
then
supposed to guard that.
there's not a lot you can do there. If Tua can put the ball in the right place, they're going to be dangerous. And their defense looks okay. I get it that they kind of stunk against the run,
Mm-hmm.
but like if they start clicking on defense, they're a team to watch. I think the defense is more questionable than the offense right now.
Do you have another team? I know you said you might only
Um,
have one.
I could go back to Thursday with the Chargers covering
Okay.
4.5, but
Yeah.
no. So my next shout out is going to be Trey.
Okay.
Going to shout out
Thank you.
Trey here. Way to take care of business. I hope people, if they listened, followed your
Yeah.
advice and baited me, as we said. College, I did okay. NFL, I just stunk.
Yeah.
Just laid an egg, laid a fat
No,
egg.
I think I jinxed myself. I think if I didn't text you that I was gonna have the worst gambling weekend of my life, I would have. But it's always the karma out there. You got to send out bad vibes, and then it flips around and it brings back good vibes. So
Yeah, this one
that
has
worked.
been just complete destruction over here. I mean, my FanDuel, if you went through the settled and looked,
Mm.
there's a lot of red in there, and there's not many green. Not many green. Couldn't tell you
Um.
the last time I hit an NFL bet. Definitely last year.
Wow.
I don't know if I want. Oh no, I hit a little one last week, and we're gonna hit the. I believe we're gonna hit the best bet again. So
My third shout out goes to Geno Smith for being just as bad as I said he would. 7 points. I know it's a good San Fran defense, but 7 points ain't gonna cut it in any league. So I mean, he actually I'm looking at the stat line. 24 for 30 for 197 is not terrible. We didn't have a touchdown pass. He's had but he did have an interception. But 7 points, I mean, didn't get done in the red zone, and that's where it counts in the NFL.
yeah, and my last shout out here is Mitch Trubisky. Thanks for just you suck,
Yeah,
loser, idiot,
I'm
jackass.
gonna get
You
into that.
suck, dude.
Uh,
He sucks.
it's
It's
not
time.
it's not
It's
good.
guess what it is. And I've been
Uh,
saying it. I've been ringing the cowbell since week
Here we
one.
go.
But guess what?
Officially say it right here, right now.
It is time, week 3, heading to Cleveland Thursday night, short week and all. Kenny Pickett goes
Wow.
under center and gets it done. Because they will lose. Mark my words. You mark my words. You put this down. I'll bet it. You can write it down, take it down in your spread files, how you keep track of our stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking Cleveland to win that game. Book it.
Wow.
Book it. If Trubisky is play, book it.
Do you think?
Done.
Do you think
Chubb's going to go for over 100
Yeah, but
yards.
Steelers wouldn't be favorites anyways.
Well, I bet they're probably going to be slight favorites, and I'm fading.
You think the Steelers would be slight favorites in
Slight
that
favorites, like 1.5 points.
game? I
Yeah.
don't know about that.
I think 1.5. After they lost to the Jets today, I think that's why. Had they won, I think the line would have been different.
My last shout out goes to Denver and Houston. That was the easiest under of all time. I had under 45.5. I don't even think it hit 30, so it was never even close. So just shout out them.
Yeah.
I just like I predicted that Russ is not going to work in Denver because he's over the hill. He's not the quarterback people think he is. And Houston I mean, they seem to move the ball decently at times, but they just have once they get probably past their opponent's 40, they just seem to take a nosedive and can't score. So
Yeah.
shout out to them for having bad offenses.
Yeah. I'm done with shout outs. They got nothing for me.
Moving on.
Shout
Go
out
ahead.
FanDuel for running me dry.
Shout out FanDuel, yeah. Now on to the airing of grievances.
The tradition of Festivus begins with the airing of grievances. I got a lot of problems with you people. Now you're going to hear about it.
My first airing of grievance, one of the picks I did miss today, the Steelers.
Yeah. Yep.
It wasn't even like this offense is so frustrating to watch, and I don't even care about the team. Throw the ball deep once.
Dude, I know.
Did they throw a ball over 30 yards today?
The longest completion, to my knowledge, was 23 yards to Pickens. I'm pretty sure.
They're. I mean, I don't know how defenses are like. You can't really see on TV how like the back end's playing them, but you got to take a shot once in a while.
Yeah.
There's no threat of them taking a shot. There was one point in the game where they got like a long run on first down, and there was 7 or 8 yards, and they lined up with 3 tight ends and Gunnar Olszewski on the field.
Yeah,
That play is going to be a run or a screen pass 90% of the time. They're not throwing that ball more than like 2 yards down the field.
I just don't.
So Matt Canada's got to get some things fixed, whether it's going to Pickett, whether it's taking some more shots. That was the thing I noticed in their first game is that they didn't take enough deep shots.
It's just time.
They have to utilize George Pickens and Chase Claypool. It could very well be just Trubisky just playing conservative and just being like, I'm not going to lose this job. I'm just going to play. I'm just going to play it safe. And as long as I keep us in games, they won't replace me.
Yeah, absolutely, dude. It's time. Yeah, that's all I'm going to add to that. It is time. Trubisky, thanks. See ya, you dweeb, you loser, you jackass. You suck.
I love how like quickly it's turned though, because if you'd asked a Steelers fan when they signed Trubisky, he would have been comeback player of the year.
Yeah, no, not me.
Because who I'm talking about. There's people
I know. So, and you're absolutely right. They were ecstatic about that signing. They were hype.
Yikes. Yeah.
So he sucks. That same person just told me at an establishment we were at Friday, he would take Trubisky over Jared Goff, which I found very interesting. So,
well,
I disagree. I would not. So, I would not. I don't really think it's that hard or close.
Goff has such a better offensive line, though.
I get it.
They have such a better offensive line in Detroit.
But he's not scared to throw the ball either.
Yeah, I guess.
So, my airing of
yeah. This is going to be a 45-minute segment. So everybody.
Cincy, what are we doing here? Huh?
That was
I told you. That's nice. I hope I fall and break my legs and neck. Look, what are we doing? I mean,
Cooper Rush, baby.
I get it, and I told you if it was 7.5, I like Dallas. I should have went with my instinct. When
did you get in on the line?
I got it.
I got Cowboys. I got Cowboys +8 on like Tuesday.
I got Bengals -6.5 on Monday last week. As soon as lines dropped.
Yeah, that probably makes sense.
It was early.
The line,
and I didn't love it then. I really didn't. I'm not impressed by Cincy. I don't know how good they are, and they signed all these guys. Stinks.
Their offensive line's still terrible.
It stinks.
I mean, I knew Lyle Collins wasn't going to be able to change that much because he's not that good.
They had a little Cinderella type year last year, and they'll be competitive because they got Joe Shiesty and Jamar Chase, Boyd, Mixon, Higgins, Hayden Hurst came in. I mean, they'll be competitive, but their secondary. Dude, they're not going to stop anyone. I mean, they couldn't stop a running nose.
Mm-hmm.
Mike Hilton and Eli Apple and Awuzie, they stink. All three of them suck.
Yeah, well, and another thing that popped out from that game, Tony Pollard is just so much better than Ezekiel Elliott.
Not close. Not close.
He's so much better.
Not close. Explosive.
But it's still going to be Zeke could be the better player to everyone in the world, but he'll never be better than Zeke in Jerry Jones's eyes. So it'll always be at least a 50-50 split.
Yeah, I think while Cooper Rush is in, Pollard's going to play more than Zeke.
I hope so.
Because he's so much better in passing downs. And I think they might want to give him that little security check down. So it would be nice because I'm going to be starting him in fantasy like I did today. So
my second area of grievance, the Jets and Browns defense, both of them. How does a game where Jacoby Brissett and Joe Flacco start, and I think in the first quarter, at the end of the first quarter, I think it was 7-0 Browns. How does that game go over?
Dude,
it's so crazy. They just the fourth quarter of that game, there was just no defense played. It was terrible. Sickening. I mean, you think the Browns, Garrett, Greg Newsome, Denzel Ward, Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah.
I know.
They just can't. Like the Steelers might have it. The Steelers, if I don't care who plays quarterback, if the Browns play defense like that coming up, they won't beat anybody.
Yeah,
they can't. They wouldn't beat the Texans.
Yeah, I mean, this division's it has solidified to me that it's the Ravens to me, and then everybody else right now. I think the Ravens are the top team. I know what they did today looked bad. I get it. but they're scoring and they got the worst weapons in the division.
Yeah.
I mean, Bateman.
I knew Lamar would go off.
He's trying to get. I think he's trying to get money.
If I could flip I think I picked Brady to win the MVP. If I could rewind this podcast back 3 weeks, I'd definitely go back and take Lamar.
Would you take Lamar?
Oh my goodness! I just figured that by the time when we recorded our award predictions, I would have figured they would have signed him by then.
Yeah,
and they just haven't. So he's going out to prove that he's worth like $40 million a year.
I'm still sticking with Herbert, but I'll tell you this: depending on what happens tomorrow night, I may have a flip pick to Mr. Allen up in Buffalo because, dude, I mean, they're going to score. They are going to score for sure. I don't care if it's sleeting. I don't care if there's hail the size of bricks.
That's what
scoring.
I told you. I have the team total in right now on the thing, and I'm going to see the weather and just determine how bad it is. But I still probably. I think I got it at 30.5, but it's still going to be a wait and see. So.
And my second and last airing of grievances here. Who else but the Steelers? I mean, what did you guys expect?
Yeah,
I don't take them last week. I'm jumping around with these Pittsburgh teams trying to get on a good side, I guess. Trey.
You can't get on the right side.
I can't get on the right side. I'm struggling. Panthers and now the Steelers.
Can I jump in real fast? I'm killing it with my teams.
Yeah,
I had them down last week. Bet against them. I bet on them this week, and I bet against Auburn to get killed by Penn State.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're figuring it out, and me. I try to be Mr. Optimism. I take the points. I don't say money line. Give me the points. Not only I could have got it today at +3 and pushed. Who wants a push? I'd rather lose. That's like a tie.
Yeah.
What are you doing? Just give me my L, take my money,
mm-hmm.
and tell me to go F myself. The Steelers offense, I truly mean this, and I'm not even joking, just trying to be dramatic. I think it might be the worst in football. It's that predictable. The predictability.
Pretty bad.
I was with a buddy today watching the game, one that we're mutual friends with, and he's very educated on football, obviously. He said 3 plays in a row what the Steelers were doing, not even a Steelers fan, and they ran it. It's so predictable what they're doing. It really is. So predictable. And I'm over it. Get Trubisky out. See ya, dork. You suck. Enter President Pickett, and let's see what's going on.
I have one more airing of grievances, and this is one I texted you about.
Okay.
It's Chris Olave.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with the show, but this morning I put a teaser in. And it was at +5,000. I teased the line, I think 7.5. And right now everything is hit besides I took the over in the Bucks Saints game, which probably I should have just lost outright and it shouldn't have been close because it was never there anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But I got the over at 36 even.
Yep.
So it was 30 points going into that final Saints drive. Jameis hits him on the most clean pass I've ever seen Jameis throw.
Yeah.
Dropped it in a bucket. Your boy, your Ohio State Buckeye, trips, fumbles.
I'm team Michael Thomas. Don't do that to me. I'm team MT.
Oh, yeah. Well, team MT ain't running a route deeper than 10 yards anyways.
Fair.
So this ball was going to Olave the whole time.
Yeah.
If he catches that, I'm probably looking at another 500 in the FanDuel account.
Dude, it's just
it was a sickening loss. Because this is what I would have tonight. Listen, or the rest of I would have had Packers at -3.
Yep.
Bills at -2.5.
Yep.
And under 58 total points in Vikings Eagles.
Yeah, you probably hit all three of those.
That's what I mean. If that was the only one I haven't had that would hit, and that was just a crusher.
Oh, dude, that's so painful.
But that's gambling though. You got to move on. But
yeah,
we got it out. We got all the bad juju out with the grievances. And let's move on to that one's on me. And Douglas, why don't you go ahead and start this segment?
Absolutely, Cincinnati. It has to be. I feel like it has to be. It's got to be.
It's hard to because I knew you were laying points because like were you
I know.
Were you thinking just Cooper Rush?
Actually, you're right. Let's not do Cincy. I got my on me because I found one that's better that actually made me more mad than that. Ravens minus
Yeah,
3.5.
that was bad.
Dude, I mean, you're up 28-7.
Mm-hmm.
Like, we're not talking 14-10, 17-10, 24-10. We're talking 3 touchdowns.
Yeah. It's
And
tough to stop Waddle and Hill, man.
Dude, I get it. Speed kills, but this ain't Madden, okay? What are we? What? And Ravens are known for defense. They have been for the last 20 years. What are we doing?
And I'll get into it later with my takeaway, but the Dolphins, man, that is a team you don't want to play.
No, you shouldn't want to.
Especially if they, I mean, it's tough to say that they can win the East because the only thing that scares me about the Dolphins team is them having to go play at Buffalo in the playoffs.
Yep.
I don't think that they win that game. If they can somehow host in the playoffs, if they get like the 2nd seed and the 1 seed gets bounced early and they can host and play in their weather, that might help them. But if they have to go play, they have to go, if somehow Pittsburgh catches on with Pickett, if they have to go play in Pittsburgh, if they have to go play in Buffalo, I think the New England Patriots suck, but if they have to go play New England in the playoffs, I think it's going to be rough for them.
Yeah, that's definitely a good. Did you say that's your takeaway?
That's my thought on just on them.
Gotcha. Okay.
My that one's on me is none of them. I'm absolutely on fire, and all of you should take all of my picks.
Yeah, dude, I'm about to start.
I don't have one. I mean, the Chiefs. They should have covered the Chargers. Herbert was hurt the entire game. He probably has 3 broken ribs. They probably just haven't said anything yet. And he drove right down the field on them. That's not on me. That's on them. That's 100% on them. I'm not taking up to that. The Steelers, they're just not good. I thought the Patriots were worse, but I'm not taking that either. None of them. I'm absolutely on fire, college football and NFL. I'm up a lot of money. I'm at the point now where I'm up so much, I'm just going to start being smart and taking some of it out.
Yeah, no, definitely flush it out.
So
I don't care if I hit for $10 tonight. I'm pulling. I'm pulling.
With that, we'll head to the one big takeaway. Douglas, would you like to go first?
Absolutely. My one big takeaway from today's games, and this is, keep in mind, excluding the Packers versus Bears, because that just started on the TV behind me here not long ago, and not including the Monday night games. Tom Brady does not look right. I know that there's a lot going on. I get it.
That doesn't look good.
But you can tell that it is affecting him. And I know he lost Evans from the ejection, which was stupid on Evans' part. I get it. But that's stupid. And they have a history, Lattimore and Evans, but you don't do that, dude. That looks bad. You're down Julio, you're down Godwin. Gage wasn't doing much. So when Evans gets ejected, you leave him with Gage, Scotty Miller, Brashad Perryman. Those are your guys. I get it, but Brady hasn't looked right these first 2 games.
The offensive line isn't there either. So
I know. I get it.
This is a team that's going to, as of right now, until they get, I mean, Jensen's probably out for the season, but until they get some of those pieces back on the O-line and some of these skill players healthy, it's just going to be a team that has to scrap out wins, play defensive, run the ball well.
I'll tell you what, if they play like they did today, I feel very confident in saying, with Lazard back, the Packers are heading to Tampa Bay next week, and it's going to get nasty for Tampa if they play like that because of the defense. It's the
Is the Packers' offensive line going to be healthy? Because they were missing Jenkins.
Jenkins is back today.
Okay.
He's back today. And Bakhtiari might be. Maybe. If not, he'll be back next week, I'd guess, because he was a game time.
You got to have your guys on the interior if you want to play against the Bucks, because Vita Vea and Akeem Hicks are just so dominant in the middle. My one big takeaway, the Dolphins. That team is scary.
Yeah,
that team can put up. I mean, they put up 28 and a quarter. I don't know how many NFL teams have done that in the past couple of years. It is
probably not a lot.
It's so scary how fast they are. When Tua's getting the ball out quick, when he's being decisive and he knows what he's seeing in front of him, Just put it in those guys' hands. Throw it up to Gesicki.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I think the first touchdown they scored, Hill was in the backfield and they threw a screen to Waddle.
Mm-hmm.
That's so like scary that you can do that because the entire defense bit on a fake handoff to Hill.
Yeah,
They all flew in, pop it out to Waddle, 2 blocks and you're in the end zone. Dolphins are scary. Like I said, if they can get home field advantage somehow in the playoffs, that's a team I wouldn't want to see because that's a team that's going to be tough to stop. I don't care who you have on your defense.
yeah. Tua will predicate all of their success or failures. If he plays like he did today, look out, man. Look out because he played great, I thought. I know he had those 2 picks, but I thought he played good.
And like we said, we still have Sunday night and the 2 Monday night games to go. I'll remind you of the picks we still have. Tonight I have the Packers -9.5. Tomorrow I have the Eagles -1.5 and the under 51.5 and the Bills team total over 30.5. I'm waiting to see on the weather for that game, but maybe we'll just check it now. They should have close enough update there.
Mm-hmm.
Douglas, I'll read off here that you're taking the Bears tonight.
Yep.
Which seems like a little bit crazy of a pick. Yeah, it says 90% tomorrow, so I will let Douglas know.
Hey,
because
I don't believe me. Just let it stay because I don't think it's gonna kill you.
He has a lot of dogs. He's got the Bears.
I got
tonight.
Bears.
He's got
Vikings
the Vikings
tomorrow.
He's got Devin Singletary anytime touchdown. He's got the Bills -9.5 tomorrow, and he has the second half of the best bet still to go.
Yep.
Derrick Henry anytime touchdown.
Yep.
Hey, if he gets hurt second play of the game and you rode with the best bet, you know who to blame. That's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay.
He could get hurt in the second play of the game and the Titans score 45 points.
If that happens, I'm telling you right now, I'm done betting. Like I will be done. I'll close out.
Yeah.
I will delete the FanDuel account, DraftKings, BetMGM, Barstool, Caesars, you name it. I'm off.
If I win my last 4 and get to 13-4, I mean, I don't know what I'm gonna have to go into like a orphanage and start giving my picks to orphans just to help them get, some startup money. Just be generous with it, With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah, there's no power over here. We're like an unplugged Xbox 360 that someone just tucked in the corner and let get dusty for 5 years.
So
and then look at this thing.
Let me do a little quick math here. So far, obviously, we have the 3 games left. I am 19-11 in the NFL. Douglas, you are 9-17.
Yeah, it's been bad out here.
Yeah, so
I always was better with college when I put like my time actually into college. I make good picks. Like if I really study it and like look into the numbers and stuff, it's a lot easier to bet.
College football is
going to start. I feel like
it's going to start getting exciting with conference play opening up.
Yep.
Going to see, and then we'll get into the probably. I think they start matching in like October when they're playing weekday college games, and you basically have college football, or you have football every day of the week.
Yep.
So that's like the best time of year. But yep, we'll be back. We'll be back later this week, probably Thursday with our NFL episode, and Friday with our college football episode. So
yep.
Thank you guys so much for watching.
Of course, yes.
If Douglas wants to say anything.
No, I just appreciate you guys watching, and NFL specifically now at this point. College, I'm feeling good. NFL, you better fade me because if not, it's going to get bad. All right.
But
thank you guys.